Hi everyone, it's Cheryl here from Ideas for Card Making, and I'm here today for Couture Creations, and I'm going to show you my mini album that I have made. So I'm just trying to get this all in the picture for you. This is the mini album I've made using the Lavender Love Collection. Now this is the collection. This is the 6.5 by 6.5 size. I've used, for practically everything in here, I have used the 12 by 12 size. So we'll start off with the cover. So this is from the Lavender Love. Every paper in here is from the Lavender Love collection. This centerpiece that I've done here, that's from it's also Lavender Love. And it's the My Garden Frame cut and create die, and as you can see I put the foil in back to front on that. Okay, so you can't see it all there, but it's got the watering can, and that says My Garden, and then that's this piece here. So what I've done is I've foiled that. I'm just going to show you what I actually did do here. So this part here is normally plain, like this. That's what it comes out like. I don't know if you can see that very well. The light doesn't seem to be terribly good. Let me try and fix my light so you can see it better. Okay, that's better. So that is, I'll get that out again. That is the bit that comes out of the centre there. Now, I actually wasn't happy with having the white. I didn't like it with that in there. I just felt it was too busy. So I cut that out again, just using a scrap. And that's what I got from it. I'm not sure which, I haven't got much left at all. I used a whole, or minus about 1 or 2 sheets, I used a whole 12 by 12 set on this album. So this is all from the album, from the collection. This is from the collection. This is another sheet I've put on there, and this ribbon, I'll just show you. I bought this at a cheap shop years and years and years ago, and that was it. That's what I had, and I re-threaded it with some purple, I won't bother showing you, just with some purple ribbon, which is this one. That's all I did. I just re-threaded it so that it would match. So that, I think that's absolutely perfect. And then what I did here, which just, I put the bow on. I didn't like the bow on its own, so I actually cut, I think, about 3 pieces. I'll just pull it back. Sorry about my voice. I've got terrible hay fever and it's made me really croaky. So I think I cut 3 or 4 bits off the end of that, and then I just sort of put a bit of glue on and just kind of pulled them together. It took me ages and ages, but it made this sort of circle. Can you see that? Sort of a circle-like thing there. And then these flowers were just out of my stash, and they were the last 3 I had that were in those tones of the sort of purple and lilac that match that. Okay, and on the back, I've put the same paper on the back as what I put on the front. And I did think about putting a clip on there, but to cover it up, I thought it was going to spoil the front of it, so I didn't do that. Okay, so we go to the inside. So that is just plain paper. I've just cut that down so I had that image there. This one is a flap that opens out, so I've left that plain. I did think about putting something from the ephemera, and I've got quite a bit of ephemera left. I've actually had 2 packets of it, and as you can see, there's heaps. And I did think about putting something like that there. I've got 2, and I thought if I put it there and make that a tuck spot, I would have put 2 just because it would be used often, and it might just, these are quite thick, they're reasonably thick pieces, but I was just a bit worried that lifting it with these little flippy bits, lifting it up all the time, it just might be a problem. So I decided not to do that, but I think that's probably better, because people can just put a photo on there and have whatever photo they want there at the front as their showpiece. So then we open that up. There's another piece, they can put a photo or leave that blank, and there's another page for a photo. This one was actually a scrap from something else. As you can see, there's not a lot on it, and I haven't got any left. I don't think I've got any in this one either, to show you what it was originally. Oh, it might be this one, I think. Yeah, it's from this one, but in the 12 by 12, and it's just got those bits because I'd used that on something else, on the 12 by 12. Whoops, sorry, this part, the 12 by 12. So I only had that part left. So that's what I did. That's from the 12 by 12. Now, if you've seen my mini albums before, you'll know I do try to use as much of the paper as I can, and I use a lot of scraps as well. Oh, that lighting's not really good today, is it? That's a bit better. Yep, that's better. Okay, this is the next page. This is a flap as well, so that you can put a photo there. I decided not to put a pocket because I thought a photo would be nice on there. So you open that out, and you've got this little flap. 1, 2, 3, same paper, plain. Can you see all that? All right, now this is just from the ephemera. And I've got somewhere, yeah, here's 2 pieces here. It's the same sort of thing as these. Well, that is that one there. So I just did it single. I possibly could have done that with 2 sheets to sturdy it up. And that's a mat. And now all of my mats have been made out of scraps that I've had left after I finished the mini album. So that's just a scrap that was left over. And I've just tucked that in there. I like the tuck spots. I think they're great. Okay, so then this one, I made this out of leftover scraps as well. And I virtually just trimmed these down. I trimmed the cardstock down to fit the scrap. And then these butterflies have come out of the ephemera. So I just put those on, and I thought for the back, it could be journaled on if they want to journal on that. And the same with this other one over here that I did. Where is it? Somewhere there. That can be on here, I think. No. You could do a journal on the... Oh, on here, sorry. You could do a journal on the front. That's why I used that colour, that paper, because it's plain. You could write on that. You could write on the back. Because I know a lot of people like to do journaling with their photo albums. All right, this one... That's that same one I did the mat with over there. This is, there's no, I just put this particular page on there because I wanted, there was so much colour over here, I wanted that to be a bit more plain. I made a pocket, that's just the edging from some paper, some of the 12 by 12 paper. I just took the edge. And again, these are mats that are from leftover scraps. And I've just slid those in there. This one's a waterfall page, so this has got a magnet on it. You could actually do that either way. That's probably a nicer way to have it looking. So they've got a magnet on each part. I'll just bring that forward so you can see that. That was a scrap as well. So the magnet is there on that, so it joins it up. So I wouldn't put anything on that. I mean, it's quite narrow, as you can see. And then this one has got, see if I can show that to you. That's a plain piece as well. Magnets in there. You don't have to have the magnet. I just prefer it because it pulls it closed easier. Okay, so, whoops, oh, blimey, sorry. This is your waterfall. Now, I'm still contemplating whether I'm going to put something on the back, because I do still have some scraps left. Not a lot. I'll have to check what I've got left. So, I've pulled out scraps to do that. So as you can see, I've just put a different colour, different pattern on each of them, and you can actually put a photo there. You could put photos on the back if you want. You could journal on the back if you want. The fact that it's plain might make it easier to journal, or you can put photos and put photos there. So that's that page. Next page. Now this one is a bit more tricky. Okay, so I made it plain on that side because this one has got so much going on. All right, so the butterflies are from the ephemera. This slides out, so I should have shown you that that lifts up. All right, so there's you've got flaps there. There's a flap there. You can put something in the pocket there, but I haven't done that. So you can slide it. You can actually slide a photo in underneath that if you wanted to do that. So on this one, you've got the pocket, and I've done another scrappy piece with a bit of ephemera, and on the back, I've just put, that's another ephemera from that collection, Live Life in Full Bloom, which I thought was appropriate with the images on there. And you can journal on the back if you want to, or you could put a small photo there. Okay, so that's that. On this back, I've left that plain, so you can put a photo there if you wanted to. You could put a photo on that, but I doubt that you would. You could, if you wanted, you could actually put something loose in there and leave that. And when you close it all up, it's going to hold it in. Okay? So I'll put that back there and close that up, and then I'll show you this. So this comes out, as you see, that flips up. But if you pull this out, it then opens up, and you have that. So again, you can put a photo there. I wouldn't put anything on there. I personally wouldn't put anything on there. You might want a journal on there, but I like that as it is. So it really depends on what your preference is. So that holds it together. That holds those bits that flip. That holds them together, the ones that flip open. This is the next page. There's no pockets, no nothing. You put a photo there. You can put one there if you like, but I prefer it like this. I wouldn't put a photo on that side at all. This one, we've got another pocket, another mat, again, made out of a scrap. Now, I didn't have any of this left over because I did one page with 3 pages and then this one as well. I just didn't have any of that same one left. If I had, I would have put that on there, but I just didn't. But it still matches because you've got the same elements. It's the same collection. This one, that's from the ephemera, that bit there. This is another magnetic snap. So just open that up and open that, open that. There's no pockets. I haven't done any pockets on this. I'll just show you. You've got that same paper up here. I think that's why I decided to use that one as well, because it was already on this and there. And then this is just sitting there. That's another place for a photo. And this is just a little photo booklet. And I used scraps again because I only did the mats after the album was finished. I thought this would make a nice page for journaling. You could put a photo there or not. You could just have it journal. And on the back, that's plain. So you could, the same thing, you could put a photo or you could journal on there. And that just sits there by itself. Now that is so easy to make. I'll just tell you what I did. It is 23 centimetres wide, and I just scored it in half. 23 by just over 11, about 11.3 centimetres. So, and then I just scored it. That's all I did. Just cut that piece out of some scrap that I had left and scored it and put the images in. So put that back there. Put that there, close that up. So that one, I think I told you, is out of the ephemera. Oh, this is the last page, and I've just realised I didn't show you something, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, this is just plain to put a photo, and that's your end. And what I've done, these have got a little pocket, and they're proving a little bit difficult to get out. Each one of these pages, every single one of them, has a pull-out. And I should have really put a little tab on them. I may have to do that because, as you can see, they are a bit hard to get out. Anyway, here's this one. And that's just, I've made it so it's just slightly narrower and slightly, the depth is slightly smaller. And I think this was 5 by 7, but you can put photos, you can put journaling, whatever you want. And that just slides in to that little pocket. And you can leave it out a little bit if you want to make it easy to get to them. And the album, I think, was 5 by 7. Let's have a look. It's 7.5. I think it was 5.5 by 7.5 is that album. Okay, so that's it. I hope you like my album. I had a lot of fun making it. I absolutely adore these papers, And as you can see, they all go together with each other. So it doesn't matter which papers you use out of the collection, they're all going to go together. Okay, thank you. I hope you like that, and I'll catch you later.